Hi there, welcome to Earth Adventures. Today we're in Baltimore and we are going to meet an amazing lady who is doing some amazing things for the community. Come join me. Let's go hear more. What is this area?
This is Essex.
Essex, okay.
In Baltimore.
In Baltimore. All right. It's quite a nice area. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yes. Yes, it is indeed. If you can tell us more about how you started, why you started, what you do, and kind of introduce, what inspired you, that would be great.
I am an educator, so I was trained in Kenyatta University in Kenya, and I graduated in 1990. And as I taught high school in a public school in Kenya, I was thinking ahead. I just thought, I want to go places. So I had opportunities to study in Canada, and then I came to the US. And I've always wanted to run my own center, run my own school. I actually started a child development center when I was 28 years old in Botswana, University of Botswana.
Oh wow, so you've been to other countries too?
Yes, yes.
How long did you live in Botswana?
I lived in Botswana for 4 years. I was actually an expatriate. I love teaching children, of course, how to read, how to write, science, and discovering their best selves. But more to that, my philosophy of education is the whole child. I believe that a child is more than just math and reading and science. So I always incorporate every aspect of a child, even where I teach, even in the public education. In my classroom in Baltimore City, we do that. We talk about our culture, our food, our dress, and the things that we love to do. Our physical development, social, just the whole child.
So you said this is Baltimore now?
Now this is Baltimore City.
Baltimore
right
City.
At the border of the county.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can literally walk to the county.
Okay, let's step out here and see. You say you've been teaching in this school for a while now?
Yes, I've been teaching in this school for about 20 years.
Wow.
23 years, 24
wow.
years. This is the 24th year.
Yeah.
Actually, we were in a different location.
Okay.
And they have decided to demolish that building and rebuild it. So it's in a different location, like a mile away.
Okay.
So we're actually borrowing this space.
Oh, so this is not the original
This is not the original building.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not.
So it's just a temporary thing they're doing right now, and then they are building a new school.
Yes, so it's about ready. We'll move in, I think, next year.
This is awesome. So you have, in terms of, it's quite a large school for, for elementary school. How many children do you think you would say that the entire school has?
Actually, the school used to be a high school.
Okay.
That's why it's large. And it's actually an elementary school on this side and has a middle school on the other side.
So there are two
Although
schools.
It's not called Fairley, the middle school is Vanguard.
Okay. So you have two different schools sharing the same compound.
Yes.
And what's the arrangement in terms of your amenities, fields?
So we share, yes, we share the fields, we share the rec center, we share the gym and the auditorium.
Okay. But for you said it's a temporary thing for now.
It's a temporary location. We moved here temporarily as our building is built. And our building is right around the corner.
On the other side.
Okay,
maybe we could go see it.
You can actually drive there.
Yeah, let's drive by there and see. Wow, this is fantastic. And it turned out to be such a beautiful day. So you're one of the reasons why you inspire me and I wanted to do this, and the reason why I came is because, like I'm mentioning, you for the most part, when people tend to not everyone, but when people tend to have something that they're comfortable in, not many people venture out of that because you're in that comfort zone and all that. But you're doing so much, and I think we'll go to the main substance in a few, and we'll get to see what exactly you're doing outside of this. But I wanted to kind of bring this out first to show, you know, what you're doing. And, you know, for you to be inspired in such an area is great, you know. And so looking forward, maybe, I don't know, 5-10 years from now, where do you see yourself?
It's interesting that you ask, because I'm actually nearing retirement.
Okay.
Retirement age. And my goal is to teach for a couple more years while I develop our community our Kenyan and East African community in Baltimore, and leave a legacy. And the legacy would be, I actually would like to start a community center, and we can talk about that later. Community village, actually.
Sure.
But what I really want to do is to start a school in Kenya.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and what I've noticed about schools in Kenya is that children are very, very stressed up by the education. Children don't celebrate. They don't later in their lives, they don't say, oh, I loved where I went to school, I loved what was happening. Most kids are like, oh my God, I had a terrible experience.
Okay.
It was stressful, exams and everything. So I want to build a school and have a curriculum where children actually love being in school, where they learn and be the best they can be, but they also develop themselves. So here we're arriving at a new school.
Man, that is humongous.
Building a humongous.
There's someone behind you.
Yes, okay.
Kind of move away
So
from
this is fairly elementary. So this is where we used to be.
Okay. And they tore that building down.
They tore it down. They tore it down, and they are rebuilding it into a 21st century.
Yes, I see it. This
building.
is huge.
Yes.
Wow, fantastic. And this, you said this is now Baltimore City?
Baltimore City, yes.
Okay, has some really nice, unique homes from
homes.
back in the day. Wow.
It's a town.
Yeah.
So this is fairly... It's coming up really well.
Yes, it is. How long have they been doing this?
It's been... Well, we left 7 years. They left 7 years ago.
7 years ago, okay.
But once they broke ground, it's going pretty fast.
Pretty fast, okay.
Yes, I think they just needed to start.
So is the start part that was hard?
The starting was hard. But look how humongous it is.
Yes, it is. I see that. It's beautiful.
So it's going to be a beautiful school.
Yes, it is. And it's right within this neighborhood.
Yes.
Oh, wow. These are like older homes in Baltimore. Yes. This is when they used to use bricks to build homes.
Yes.
And you can see that. Wow.
I actually used to live in one of these homes.
Oh, you used to live here?
That's why I chose to be in this school.
Oh, okay.
In the early days. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Actually, I lived on this street, Green Hill.
This street right here?
I lived on Green Hill, yes.
So this brings back memories.
Memories, yes.
Nice.
So I lived here 1998 to the year 2003.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. This is fantastic.
Nice.
Nice.
I would say that what really drives me is that I would like to make a difference. I like to make a difference and be a trailblazer. So this is, I came into the US about 25 years ago. And I have 2 young children, and I'm looking at their future. And I'm thinking, these children will grow up and they will not remember who they are. So that kind of drives me, that we bring ourselves to a foreign nation and we lose ourselves.
So I meant to ask you, because there was a recent tragedy that happened in Baltimore. Did it affect anyone in your community that you know, in your school, any of the kids?
Actually, it affected city children because their families were some of the construction workers that died. So I think all the children were from Baltimore City public schools. So we're grieving, we're mourning the loss, but we're also celebrating our unity.
Yeah.
And even bipartisan unity.
Okay.
There's no argument that everyone is coming together. The politicians are coming together with the state and the federal government to restore our city. We are actually one of the largest ports in the U.S.
Yeah.
Baltimore City port. So we have lost a lot of business and a lot of revenue, but we also have a lot of support from the government and from everybody.
So this is Rosedale area, right?
This is now Middle River.
This is Middle River.
Now
so
Middle River.
we came from Baltimore City to Rosedale. Now we're in Middle River. Okay.
Yes, this is Middle River, and the name comes from a river.
Oh, there's a river around here.
There's actually a Middle River. Yes.
Okay. Is it a big river or?
Well, not a huge river, but we're in the Chesapeake Bay.
Okay.
So that bay has not really little, but some rivers.
Around it, the tributaries.
So there's Middle River, there's Back River, there's Patapsco, there's all the different. But so we enjoy a lot of water.
So you have an event today.
Yes.
And this event that you have, how did you come up with it? How did you put it together? And what kind of support or what kind of response are you getting from the participants and the community in general?
Yeah. Okay, so when I started the business about 10 years ago, 11 or 12 years ago, I felt lonely and I felt isolated. So I used to visit businesses. I would visit a mechanic shop and ask the person, how do you run it? What are your struggles and all? And I found that we have the same story. We have the same issues, especially finance and all. And a few years ago, I decided that I would have a business expo every year that would actually bring together our businesses so that people in the community would know who the businesses are and actually network and also buy the products. And it became very, very popular so that people actually ask for it. So every year we have a business expo. So here we have Malaika hats. She's a young college graduate, recent college graduate, and she's selling hats. She creates hats with tie-dye and colors them all kinds of colors. This is her assortment. She's been in business a few years. So that's Malaika hats. And next we have Stephen Jerogan with WFG, and he's a he's in financial services. He gives financial literacy, and he's here all the way from Colorado. And here we have Family Bank, represented by Miss Lillian, Sarah, and myself. I'm an agent of Family Bank. We're opening accounts and also selling bank products, loans and mortgages. And this is KCB, Kenya Commercial Bank from Kenya. I'm also an agent of KCB, and we are opening accounts and selling bank products. And then next we have Pauline, Miss Pauline and Philip. They are financial education experts, and they are here to offer that to our community. This is Rhoda. She's selling Kenyan jewelry. So she has all these beautiful products, all the way from Howard County. And this is Optiven. Optiven is a land agent from Kenya, and that is Mr.
How are you? Yes. Good to be here. Think it's a great place.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Hi, how are you?
And then finally, oh, these ladies are just sitting here. We have Upendo Kitchens. Upendo Kitchens are 3 ladies that are caterers in our community. They are selling purely Kenyan products. Mandazi, samosa. They have mandazi, samosa, Kenyan sausages on sale today.
All right. Can you say what mandazi is? Can you explain a little bit?
Mandazi is an equivalent of like a Kenyan donut in the shape of a triangle. Semi-sweet and nice snack. And samosa has some ground beef in it, a little spicy, and the Kenyan sausages are our specialty from Kenya. So they also do rice and curry and goat, because they're a catering company.
They have a restaurant or something?
They are about to open a restaurant, but right now they still
we have a mobile kitchen.
Oh, okay, you have a mobile kitchen.
Yes.
Upendo kitchen. Do you have the wheels outside? Or no?
The what?
The wheels, are they outside?
Oh yeah.
It says Upendo on it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Tasting some Kenyan delicacy. Uji.
If you need some sugar.
Okay, it's hot. It's porridge. Sour porridge. It's hot.
You want some more?
Smoking hot. But so we're hanging out here at Julie's. She has a lot of people that are here for this function, which is an expo for Kenyan products. She has different vendors that are vending different things in here. So, but this is one of the favorite spots, definitely. Has Kenyan food, mandazi, samosas, and sausages. Wow, and this is a nice complex.
Yes, it is.
Well, how many businesses would you say are here? Essentially,
Quite a number. In fact, we house the Baltimore County Public Schools offices right here.
Right here,
So
okay.
we feel proud to be part of this this complex. It's a very clean and friendly place. We feel safe. Also, you know, rents are not as expensive because these are really warehouses.
Okay.
So you rent a warehouse and make it.
So
what
pretty much it's a space that you get and then you customize it to your needs.
You customize it to your needs. Yes.
So would you say that the Baltimore County Public Schools is one of the biggest to occupy?
Yes.
It looks like they're occupying a massive building.
Yes, they do. The Baltimore County Public Schools, but we also have a solar system business that occupies a whole lot of space.
A lot of space, okay.
Yes, and yeah, some of these businesses occupy a lot.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, that's Sunrun, which is the solar power.
Oh, okay, them
Yes.
there, okay. And I see that injury care.
Injury care. We also have MedStar.
And that is, MedStar is here too.
Yeah, MedStar is
okay.
here.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. This is beautiful. I like the way they've built these this style. It doesn't look like a warehouse style.
It doesn't. They are beautiful.
They are beautiful.
Even outside.
It looks more of an office setting than it does
a warehouse.
yeah, and the trees and this is awesome. So how long have you been here?
We've been here now almost 10 years.
Oh, 10
we
years.
came in 2015.
Okay.
We used to be at a different place in Parkville.
Okay.
We were there for 3 years and we moved here in 2015.
Oh,
We preferred this place because the one we had before was upstairs, downstairs, and it was a building on its own.
Okay.
But this is much bigger and it's on one level.
Okay.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah. For me, I'm just a regular person
Okay.
who's a teacher, and I actually depend on others to come together and do things together. So for me, it's not my thing. This is first of all, we are having a community center here, so it doesn't belong just to me. I'm the president, I'm the founder, but this is for us. So I wouldn't even put a worth to it. It's priceless.
It's priceless.
It's priceless because it will run through the generations. When I go back to Kenya, or even when I leave this world,
Okay.
we're actually going to leave our children and our children's children
doing
this
this.
beautiful thing that they will love and to run and move on with it.
So your wealth is generational. It's not in the material.
It's not even in the material.
Nice.
It's actually in the intangible.
Intangible.
Yes.
Okay, this is awesome.
Yeah.
This is awesome. And it turned out to be a really beautiful day,
Yes.
and
We're so lucky.
yeah. So I know this is going to be a long video, but we are waiting for your function now.
Yes.
You're about to set up.
Yes, we're about to set up.
You're about to set up. So approximately how many people would you say you're expecting coming in terms of vendors, numbers, or your event pretty much?
Okay. So we have about, I would say, like 12 vendors.
Okay.
Some have African clothing and jewelry. We have one that will be displaying their food and actually selling samples of their food. We have insurance and financial services, displaying and networking and offering advice. We have some health products. We'll be showcasing Neolife, which is a health and wellness product. And we have, we have land. Optiven from Kenya is here and is offering very good prices for their land in Kenya. Then we have a new housing development in Kenya it's in Garden City along Thika Highway, and I'm actually one of the agents.
Oh,
they are agents.
nice.
So I visited Kenya recently and loved their apartment complex, and actually I lived in one of them.
Oh, nice.
And so they are selling and they want to attract the diasporian.
Diaspora, okay.
Yes.
And
Market.
is that investment just to diasporians, or can Americans?
Of course, even
Or
Americans
people want
can
to
buy.
invest?
Yes, they can.
Oh, okay.
They can, yes.
Okay, this is nice. And then how often do you do this event?
We do this event at least twice a year. This year we'll do it about 3 times.
3 times.
But we'll do it in we'll actually have it 4 times because we have this as a business expo. It's at the center. In May on Memorial Day weekend, we're gonna be at a parking lot across from Elimu. This Taj restaurant has offered their large parking lot. So we're gonna have a festival. We'll have a food and fashion festival. And it's gonna be Afri-cultural. So that's gonna be open to everyone who drives by, everyone who would be interested in sampling African food and buying African products. And there will be activities for the children, face painting and a lot of games, and just enjoying the sun because it will be outdoors. We also have a big event where we celebrate Kenya. We celebrate Madaraka Day, which is the day we attained self-rule. It's actually celebrated on June the 1st in Kenya, but we usually wait until schools close. So on July the 5th, we're gonna be in a hall not too far from here in Essex. We'll expect about 300 guests, and children will begin on May the 3rd coming to our center to practice cultural dance and poetry and Swahili and just developing talent. So on that day, we're going to showcase their talent. We're going to have a lot of dance. We'll have a fashion show, a children's fashion show, and even all the audience, whatever you're wearing, we will have a large fashion show. We are expecting to have the ambassador.
The ambassador of Kenya?
Yes, the ambassador of Kenya from in DC.
Oh wow.
Yes, so that they can also speak to the people and also issue passports and Kenyan IDs.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So for Kenyans who are here in the diaspora and you do not have these documents, or maybe they've expired,
Or even expired, yes.
right? And you need to get that information of how you can acquire them. This would be a great opportunity at that time, right?
Yes, this would be a really good opportunity because you get your fingerprints done right there, and then you'll receive your documents in the mail.
So to me, when I talk to you, you're coming across as somebody who has their fingers in everything, for the most part.
That's what I want.
Right, yeah.
It's a whole person.
Yeah.
Yes.
So would you say, and I think when we spoke a little bit before, you mentioned something about, that whole person thing.
Yes.
Would you say you're not just trying to cater to one aspect, but pretty much trying to make sure it's a wholesome, like a one-stop shop for the most part?
Yes. You see, as a human being, I can say, how are you? And you say, I'm fine. But I'm sure there's something that you're not fine. Something, maybe your documents are expired. Maybe you need a place for school, daycare. You need a friend. Maybe you need some product from your country. Or maybe an education. Maybe you need a place to exercise. But for me, it's the whole person. So I look for areas that we need, and especially we who are immigrants, who may not be able to go into an office and ask for help, or who don't know what's going on. So I look for an area and I say, that's a need, I'm going to meet that need. And I actually ask the community, what else do you want?
Wow.
And we look for a solution
to that issue.
Solutions.
That's something else that is very interesting, and I think you mentioned this prior, about not letting people lose or not know who they are, where they're coming from.
Yes.
And one of those biggest aspects of that, I think, is language, right?
Yes.
So talk to us about your Swahili business and how you teach that. And that's what I'm saying. She has her fingers in everything, which is so beautiful. And that's why she's so inspiring. And I came all the way because these are the kind of people we need in the community. So could you talk more about that and how that
Yes,
that
so of course, when you talk of culture, you go to France, you have to learn French.
Yes.
So for us, I am really concerned that our children have lost Swahili. And that's a language that everyone in Kenya knows. And everyone actually in the East African region, East and Central African region speak. So it's a language that unites us. So for me, I always want to have kids learn Swahili. So we usually have Swahili lessons. It's not complicated Swahili. It's Swahili that you can be able to borrow water or find help. But we teach it through song and dance and poetry and actually plays, like a little skit, so that children just don't have to sit down and write Swahili, because that's very stressful. Yeah. But then it's just the language, the speaking.
They're speaking
Swahili.
And would you say they're doing pretty good?
Oh, they're doing pretty well. And actually, for me, I extended to my classroom. My African American children, where I teach in the city, they actually speak Swahili.
They speak in Swahili.
They
now.
speak Swahili. So
How
I choose a language for them and I teach them Swahili.
Oh, sweet. So I don't know if there's anything else that we've not covered today, or if there's anything else you would want to mention that probably I missed.
Well, I am very excited about where I have come from and where I'm going. I wish I had more time in my life, because there's so much to do in life, just to make a difference to another person and to make someone feel welcome. That is what I desire. We have a community center in Baltimore, Middle River, and it's actually a welcome center. If you're an immigrant coming into the US from Kenya, please feel free to drop by or go to our website, contact us, and find out how we can help. Yeah.
So you guys heard it. She's a very respected person within the community, not just within the Kenyan community. We showed you, we went to the school where she teaches. A lot of students are there, not just Kenyans, from all over the world, students from the United States, African Americans, it doesn't matter. But the point is, she's doing such a great job within this area of Baltimore. And so I wanted to showcase that. And there is more that is coming from her as time goes by. She mentioned all those events that are upcoming, and I'll be putting those on video.
Yes,
Correct? Okay.
yes.
And I will create some links for what she has mentioned here. For example, with some of those things, if they can be shared.
Yes.
Okay, so
Sure.
I'll put those in the links below, and then you can find all that information if it's useful. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a
And
pleasure.
yeah, it was a pleasure too. Until the next video, take care.
Thank